Hey, awesome listeners! Welcome back to the Personal Growth Talks podcast. I'm your host, Jackson, and I'm so excited you're here today. If you're new to this show, I help you learn English and grow as a person through fun, simple conversations about life and success. Today, we're diving into something super important: why self-discipline is way more powerful than motivation. Yep, that's right. So many people say, "I'll start when I feel ready." But guess what? Motivation comes and goes like a sunny day. Self-discipline? That's the real secret to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. In this episode, we'll break down what motivation and self-discipline are, why one is better, and share easy tips you can use every day. So, grab a cozy spot, maybe a notebook, and let's jump into this fun chat about how self-discipline can change your life, whether you're learning English or chasing any dream. Ready? Let's go! All right, let's start with the basics. What do we mean by motivation and self-discipline? Motivation is that happy, excited feeling you get when you really want to do something. Like, maybe you watch a cool video about someone learning English fluently, and you're like, "Wow, I'm gonna study for hours today." Sounds familiar, right? But here's the thing. That excited feeling doesn't always stick around. Maybe tomorrow you're tired, and poof, the motivation's gone. Now, self-discipline is different. It's doing what you need to do, even if you don't feel excited. Like saying, "I'm tired, but I'll practice English for 15 minutes anyway." Motivation is like a quick burst of energy. It feels great, but fades fast. Self-discipline is like a steady habit. It keeps you going, day after day. For example, motivation might get you out of bed early one morning because you're pumped up. But self-discipline? That's what gets you up early every day, even when it's chilly or you're super sleepy. Motivation starts things, but self-discipline helps you finish them. So, if you want to get better at English or anything else, self-discipline is your best friend because it leads to real progress with small daily steps. To sum it up, motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, but self-discipline is a choice you make every day. Let's dig deeper into why motivation doesn't last and why that's totally okay. So, why does motivation disappear so fast? Well, motivation is tied to your emotions, and emotions are like the weather. They change all the time. One day you're super excited, ready to learn new English words or hit the gym. The next day, maybe you're tired, stressed, or just not feeling it. Suddenly, that motivation is nowhere to be found. I've been there. Like, I once decided to exercise every day after seeing a fitness video. I was so pumped for a week. But then, I got busy, and my motivation vanished. Sound familiar? It's super common. People start learning English, eating healthy, or working on a goal because they're excited. But when things get hard or boring, they stop. Sometimes you might think, "I'll wait until I feel motivated again." But waiting for that perfect feeling can take forever, and it stops you from moving forward. That's the problem with depending only on motivation. It's like trying to catch a butterfly. It's pretty, but it flutters away fast. Motivation isn't bad. It's great for starting something new. But it's not strong enough to keep you going when life gets tough. That's where self-discipline comes in, like a steady light that keeps shining even on cloudy days. Success, whether it's speaking English fluently or reaching any goal, comes from those slow, steady efforts, not just big bursts of excitement. If you're thinking, "Ugh, I can never stay motivated," don't worry. That's normal. It just means you need to focus on building self-discipline instead. And don't worry, I'll show you how in just a bit. Okay, we've talked about how motivation fades. Now, let's focus on why self-discipline is so much stronger. The cool thing about self-discipline is that it doesn't care how you feel. It's like a superhero power you can use every day, no matter what. With motivation, you wait for that excited feeling to push you. With self-discipline, you just decide to do it. For example, you might say, "I'm not in the mood to study English today, but I'm going to do 15 minutes anyway." That's self-discipline in action. It gives you control over your actions, so you don't have to wait for inspiration. And the best part? When you keep doing it, it becomes a habit, like brushing your teeth. It gets easier over time. Think about people who achieve big things, like athletes or musicians. They don't wait to feel motivated. They practice every day, even when it's boring or hard. For English learning, if you only study when you're excited, you might skip days or weeks. But if you study a little every day with self-discipline, you'll see real progress. Consistency is the key. Plus, when you stick to your habits, you start to trust yourself more. You think, "Hey, I did it yesterday, so I can do it again today." That builds confidence, and confidence feels awesome. So self-discipline is stronger because it works even when motivation is gone. It creates habits, leads to results, and makes you feel proud of yourself. It's not always easy, but it's totally worth it. And guess what? You can learn it like any other skill. Let's look at some real-life examples to see how motivation and self-discipline play out differently. All right? Let's make this super real with some everyday examples. Picture this. You want to wake up early to get a head start on your day. If you're motivated, maybe you see a cool video about morning routines and think, "Yes, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow." You set your alarm, and maybe you do it for a day or two. But then, you're tired, the bed's cozy, and you hit snooze. That's motivation. It starts strong but fades fast. Now, self-discipline is different. It's waking up at 6 a.m. every day, even when it's cold or you stayed up late. It's saying, "I made a promise to myself, and I'm sticking to it." Another example. Learning English. Motivation might make you study for 2 hours after hearing an inspiring story about someone who became fluent. But when life gets busy or you don't see quick results, you might skip a day, then another. Self-discipline says, "I'll do 15 minutes of English every morning, no matter what." Those small steps add up. Or, how about eating healthy? Motivation might get you to eat a salad for a day because you saw a healthy recipe online. But then someone offers you cookies, and you eat the whole box. Self-discipline is choosing one cookie and sticking to your healthy plan tomorrow. It's about balance and keeping going. Exercise is another one. Motivation gets you to the gym when you're excited. Self-discipline gets you there even when it's raining or you're tired. The difference? Motivation depends on feelings, but self-discipline is a choice you make. In real life, things get busy or stressful, but self-discipline keeps you strong. You don't have to be perfect. Just keep showing up, and those small actions will change your life. Now, let's get practical with some easy steps to build self-discipline. You don't need to be born with it. It's like learning to ride a bike. You practice, and it gets easier. Here's how to start. Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one tiny thing, like studying English for 10 minutes a day. Small habits are easy to stick with, and they grow over time. Be consistent. Doing a little every day is better than doing a lot once in a while. Like studying English for 10 minutes daily will help you more than studying for 2 hours once a month. Use reminders. We all forget stuff, so set an alarm on your phone or stick a note on your fridge that says, "Practice English." Or, drink water. It's like a friendly nudge to keep you on track. Remove distractions. Make it easier to focus. If you're studying, put your phone in another room. If you want to eat healthy, don't keep candy in the house. Set yourself up to win. Track your progress. Keep a simple chart or checklist. Every time you do your habit, mark it with a check. Seeing those checks feels so good and keeps you going. Be kind to yourself. You'll mess up sometimes, and that's okay. If you miss a day, don't quit. Just say, tomorrow's a new day, and start again. It's about trying, not being perfect. These steps are simple, but they work if you keep at it. At first, it might feel tough, but soon, self-discipline will feel like part of who you are. You'll feel stronger, more in control, and super proud of yourself. Okay, let's talk about staying on track, because even disciplined people face challenges. Here are some common ones and how to beat them. First, losing motivation. You start out excited, but after a few days, that energy fades. What do? Remind yourself why you started. Want to speak English better? Feel more confident? Write down your reason and look at it when you feel lazy. Second, being tired or busy. Life gets crazy, work, family, or just feeling exhausted. On those days, do something small. Can't study for 30 minutes? Do 5. A little is better than nothing. Third, being too hard on yourself. If you miss a day, you might think, I failed. Nope. Missing one day is normal. Just keep going the next day. And last, distractions. Phones, TV, or even friends can pull you away. Try setting a specific time and place for your habit, like studying English every morning before breakfast. That makes it easier to stick with. Challenges happen, but with these tricks, you can stay strong and keep moving forward. Now, let's add some simple daily habits to grow your self-discipline even more. These are like little workouts for your discipline muscle. First, make your bed every morning. It's super easy and starts your day with a win. Second, set one small goal each day like, I'll learn 5 new English words. Keep it clear and doable. Third, use a timer. Set it for 10 minutes and focus on one thing, like reading or writing. When it beeps, you're done. It helps you stay focused. Fourth, say no to something small every day, like skipping an extra snack or turning off your phone for 15 minutes. It builds your self-control. Fifth, at the end of the day, think about your habit. Did you do it? Awesome. If not, plan to try tomorrow. These habits are small, but they add up. Start with 1 or 2, and watch your discipline grow stronger every day. Let's have some fun with a quick story to show how motivation and discipline work differently. Imagine 2 people, motivated Mike and disciplined Dana, both wanting to learn English. First, Mike. One morning, he watches a video about speaking English fluently and gets super excited. He's like, I'm gonna study for 2 hours today. He does it and feels great. But the next day, he's tired and says, I'll skip today. I'm not feeling it. A week later, he's still waiting to feel motivated again. Now Dana. She's sleepy too, but she says, I'll do 15 minutes of English every day, no matter what. She studies a little each morning, even when she's busy or tired. A month later, Dana's understanding English better and feeling confident. Mike? He's still waiting for that excited feeling to come back. The lesson? Motivation feels awesome, but doesn't last. Self-discipline gets you results because you keep going, even on tough days. Be like Dana. Start small, stick with it, and trust that those little steps will take you far. All right, let's wrap this up with a big cheer for you. Thanks for joining me on the Personal Growth Talks podcast. Today, we learned that motivation is a fun spark to start something, but self-discipline is the steady power that keeps you going. We talked about how motivation fades because it's tied to feelings, but self-discipline works no matter what. helping you build habits and reach your goals. We shared real-life examples like waking up early or learning English, and gave you easy steps. Start small, be consistent, use reminders, remove distractions, track progress, and be kind to yourself. Plus, daily habits like making your bed or setting a timer can make discipline feel natural. You don't need to be perfect, just keep trying. And you'll see big changes, whether it's speaking better English or chasing any dream. Your challenge? Pick one small habit today, like studying English for 10 minutes, and stick with it. You are so capable, and every step you take matters. Keep going, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Thanks for hanging out with me on the Personal Growth Talks podcast. If this episode got you excited, share it with a friend who needs a boost. What's one small habit you're starting today? I can't wait to hear. Subscribe for more tips on learning English and growing into your best self through real inspiring stories. Until next time, keep practicing, keep shining, and keep being you. You've got this. See you soon.